Happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. This is the Happy Today show, morning reflections and all those things. I took off some notifications so I wouldn't see them in the recording on my phone because I'm using my phone. And right when I went live, a notification came up. So I guess what I took off wasn't my notifications. So we can go from there. Um, I picked a U card today, and my U card is I am curious. I am curious. Curious is one of my core values. It's something that I I embrace as a way to that caused me to show up. And today, when I picked it, um, there was let's just say there wasn't a positive reaction around that. Um, Mondays, even though I don't share, I say happy today mainly because I want to stay in the present. I want to stay in today because today is what we have. Today is um, all that we have. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not promised. So all we have is today. And I would love for you to let me know if you could hear me and see me all right. Um, so when I become aware of a day, like a day of the week, many times it's a source of stress for me because Monday Monday is a reminder that it's the beginning of a work week, and it is there's a level of productivity or there's a level of activity that I need to perform at to make this a positive week or a productive week. Um, and Mondays, many times, remind me of not what is possible, but what I didn't do, what the negative side of it, the less than. It's always looking for the things that didn't work out, didn't go my favor, things that I said I was going to do that I didn't do. So me being curious felt like that I wasn't going to be present. It felt like that I was going to use the curiosity to not do some things that you know, like I've said many times, I need to do what I want to do. Um, the There has been this feeling of it's um, retreat. Um, that that feels like retreat. Um, the This feeling of retreat. So two ways. So follow me here. This feeling of retreat, meaning rest, reflection, um, curiosity. That feels more like instead of rest, it feels like retreat, give up, surrender. Um, and I don't like the feeling of give up, surrender. And so because I'm trying to, I don't say ignore this feeling. Um, it feels like it's going to cause me, it's going to bite me in the ass. Let's just say that. It's like this is early morning, few words, don't talk around things. It's just yes. So, how can I, one, be curious about things that I need to do, want to do? Um, how can I honor the feeling of retreat, rest, reflection, recharge, um, and also acknowledge the feeling of retreat, surrender, give up? That's also present within that. Today on One Word Conversation, the word is burnout, um, and the interesting thing about burnout for me is I, in the past, didn't recognize or acknowledge burnout until it was too late. So there wasn't this where there was never this awareness that burnout could be possible until it happened. And so it's my fear, I guess it's my inquiry, and in some cases it feels like a resistance that I I don't listen to what's showing up for me and just kind of work through it because of the demands, the responsibilities of life. I've talked many times about the flow of life and how in that flow there's an ease to life. And even though I believe that to my core, there's always this demand, there's always this programming that I feel that is calling me to do the opposite of that. Um, and yeah, I really believe that it's going to bite me in the ass if I don't acknowledge it. Uh, so the reality is, I don't know how that's going to show up. If I just flow with it and just kind of lean in, um, it will um, it will reveal itself to me. You know, the curiosity or the curious about that. It's when sometimes when I'm in this place of, I am curious, and that's why I said when I pulled that card today, it wasn't this sense of power and great. Yes, I'm going to be curious about my day. I'm going to discover new things, and that's great and that's wonderful. It was more that I'm going to be distracted by my thoughts. I'm going to go down into rabbit holes that'll cause me not to be present to my day, not to make the resources that I need to survive. Um, and I think that is um, the fact that I'm aware of that is a good thing. The fact that I still resist that is a challenging thing. Is a thing that um, because it's the other part of what you resist persists. I believe that, um, but I still fall into that. So there's a saying that says our actions are an indication of what we believe. And so within that, if I am still resisting, the question that I have for myself is, do I truly believe that? And if I don't truly believe that, what do I believe? Do I believe that worry will get me somewhere? Will eventually create a benefit. Oh, good Lord. Because I do more of that. That is a part of my actions. I think there are many times that when things don't go as planned, or there's not a clear plan to everything, there is a sense that um, I'm I'm not a good planner. Right? I'm not aware of it. There is it's kind of funny. The sometimes I've shared before that sometimes I wake up with a song, and the song that I woke up to um, was "It's Your Life" by Lenny Kravitz, um, and to most of um Lenny Kravitz's songs are about a woman, right? About love or lost love or a conquest or so. I don't know. It's funk and rock, So I haven't listened to Lenny Kravitz in a while. Um, but sometimes when I wake up to a song, it's just the title. The title just wakes me up, so it has nothing to do with the song. Sometimes it's the whole song. The song is telling me, um, a message, or something. And so since I listened to the song, um, but I didn't listen to the song because I know the song. I there was usually when I would have an album or you know um, a series of songs from an artist. I don't know what they call it now. They're just downloads, digital downloads. um, I would that would be like on repeat for like weeks, if not a month, and just kind of like over and over. And I've kind of like ingest the song. It just really kind of get it. So to the point that in my head I could play the album and um, I would know the next song that would come on. It was like the next song would come on. I would go to the next song, and then we go to the next song, and then we would go on. But so when I heard this song, um, I'm I was listening and wasn't listening. So probably that's my assignment after this to Good Morning, Melissa. I see that uh, the one thing that I've known, the more that I use my phone instead of my computer when I'm out, um, on my balcony outside, um, these eyes, I would have to be so close to kind of read everything when it's more than a few words of good morning or my cozy sweater that I have. Um, it's kind of interesting. I'll come back to what I was saying, but it's interesting. I also had a moment today as I have been reducing the number of clothes that I have, just um, because I just felt that I just had too much stuff. So I have about three hoodies and one hoodie that it's a little smaller than I like. It's not. It doesn't give me the fit that I like. And so there are two hoodies that I have that I wear, and one of them is this one, and the other one is the red one. And so when I'm on these shows daily, right, or 5 days a week, or something like that, it's like I want to, I'm compelled to have another look. I'm compelled to, it's like, okay, maybe I'll just go out there without a hoodie. And it's like, no, it's cold out there. I'm cold out there. It's, it's like really being concerned at how people are seeing me at 7 o'clock in the morning. The fact that anybody is up watching me at 7 in the morning, uh, it brings joy to my heart. But at the same time, there was still this moment of, oh, I don't have a lot of clothes I don't have a lot of hoodies to kind of let people see something else. And it's like, what is that all about? But and like I said, that's a rabbit hole. And I think there's a difference between a rat hole and a rabbit hole. Um, and I guess you don't, in some cases, where you dig. Um, and in some cases, you don't find out until you're at the bottom of it, until you get to the home and see who's there, and what's behind all that. And it's like, oh, crap, it's a rat hole, right? Thinking that it was a rabbit hole. Um, but yeah, but getting back to it's your life. What is that? What does that mean? What was it trying? What was my psyche trying to tell me today as I wake up? It's my life. I am, you know, I am going to decide if I am going to live it. Period. you know, and um, we can look at all the wonderful things, wonderful people, wonderful opportunities, um, that I have in today in my life, or not. I think there's a part of my life which sometimes it seems like it is my life, right? That I have what I call monkish tendencies. Monkish tendencies is that balance, as I said before, of retreat and retreat. To rest, reflect, recharge, or give up and surrender. And there's so much of my life that feels like I need to acknowledge the rest and the recharge. And that even though it feels like um, I've been here before, recently, um, and so it's like, hey, I just took a retreat in September, so I don't need another retreat. And fooling myself to believe that that's, um, it's like one and done, and just go from there. Instead of saying to myself, it's like, yes, you did take one in September, I think late September. um, but now there is a moment that is asking for you now. Maybe it's not a week, maybe it's just a day, maybe it's just hours, but still honor it. And I think it's that moment, that feeling that in the business of my life, that I feel that I give up control, um, or I have a feeling of that I don't have control. So I do things that are not beneficial to me. Um, then it will cause me to be more, I get a feeling of more out of control. Um, so leaning into what is my body saying, what is my heart saying, and if it's out of alignment with your mind, with your head, um, be curious about that, and don't fight with it, and just go, hey, have a meeting, I guess, say, hey, heart, soul, and spirit, heart, soul, mind, body. We have so many parts of us, right? Mind, body, and soul, right? Mind, body, and soul. Have a meeting and say, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. What needs to happen? What do we want to do? What is our contribution? How can we get in alignment together to make sure that we are working all for our good to benefit? There was a level of disdain how the guy was going to work. I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. It's like, really? Just go, right? Um, so yeah, how can I find alignment with myself? How can I really acknowledge that I am out of alignment? What my mind is saying, and what my heart is saying, and what my body is saying in a particular situation that will cause trauma or suffering, because I will feel that one is more important because of the shit I got to do, right? I want to do, I need to do. So, yeah, I guess I need to have a meeting. And just because I think that the alignment is the most important thing. It's like trying to move forward in an organization, our relationship or something, and feeling that a part of the organization or part of the relationship or something doesn't want to go, and then there's this pulling. There is this pulling, and then it causes separation, even if you don't see the separation. There is separation. And so I've been there before, and I don't want it. I don't want it. I've had it in relationships. I've had it in business. And as you can see, I've had it within myself, right? So, good morning, Dixon. And so, my life today, let's just say today is too important for me to let it get away from me, to have me fight within it, to have me ignore why there's a calling for me to stay in action. And so it's like putting a time limit on my retreat, on my rest, on my meeting. It's like the meeting before the meeting, right? So it's like, okay, we're going to all have a meeting so we can decide what we're going to do about this retreat thing, right? So we'll see how that, depending on how that meeting goes, It will determine if and how I retreat. Um, so today, on one word, when we talk about burnout, I don't think I'm burned out, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what burnout is, and I think it'll be interesting. Is that whatever energy that I had, whatever um, drive that I had in this particular area, I am depleted, and I need to recharge. And for me to not recognize that I need to recharge, I need to reflect on what I did or didn't do, um, to then get another drive, another charge, and then go after it again. And burnout is just still moving after there's no energy, right? Without a hill to kind of gain momentum. And so I can I can cause a breakdown in my life by not acknowledging my life. Hmm. There is, so brings me back to Lenny Kravitz. It's your life. It seems like it always comes down to choice, right? I can decide if I am going to be with my life or to just cause breakdowns, throughout it. That's not a life. Um, wow. So, as this day continues, this is my prayer for you, my friends. As this day continues, it is my prayer that we listen to our mind, body, and spirit and look for alignment so we can continue to make the moves that are causing us to show up for ourselves within our work and our relationships. Because it's your life. Happy today. I'll see you at 11 at One Word Conversations. Blessings, my friend.